Hello everybody, Glitch Reaper here. I'm back for some more crazy Minecraft. Bit of story time. I went to the spirit world again off camera, and one of the ingredients I was searching for there does not appear because it's a mob, and we have some mob spawning conflicts. So therefore, that won't be going in the regular way. I will be showing some of what I was going to do later, but I am going to try to do the end part now, because what I was going to do is I was going to fight Death for his tremendously good loot. Uh, I I definitely showed some of this loot before in Crazy Craft 3, but I didn't fight Death. I don't believe, because I just kind of, again, it comes back to that mod pack having those killer Pac-Man that gave you just random stuff. So I wound up getting them randomly that way. In fact, I completed the whole set. But this time I'm going to fight Death for the whole set, and I'm going to use something that, ironically or appropriately, I'm not sure which, could definitely be used as an Executioner's Axe. I'm going with the full Blind Light set, including the axe. So this could get awesome or terrible. Now, I'm going to morph first, just in case I can fly during this fight. I'm not 100% sure that I'll be able to, but just in case it's possible. Now, oh yeah, I need to get the stuff in the other way. I need to, yeah, I need to do this. And originally I was going to trap the subcomponents of getting death, because there's mobs that you need to use in a big ritual, and it would take about 15 of them. Not even kidding. So I made a ton of reusable safari nets just to find that one of the things I needed to get there, this congealed spirit, can't really be made because I need subdued spirits, and for that I need spirits to appear in the spirit world, which would be appropriate, but is not happening. So, therefore, I kind of got to an impasse with that one. It took me a while to figure that out, unfortunately. I was kind of running around for a while and not getting anywhere. You know, actually, that slicer might be a bad idea, because there's a very good chance I'll accidentally slice up my helper here, and that would not be good. Okay. So yeah, I've already tracked which frequency I need, which is, in my exact profile, it's minus 330. Darn lips, minus 363. At least I think this is the right death. Like for example, if I hit scan, it'll say that, yeah, it says witchery.death. That's the right one. So now I'm going to. Oh, I've got 2 buckets worth in here. Okay. I had more than I thought. Okay. Oh no. Not now. Not now. I need to reset my spawn point again, apparently. They might appear over there while I'm over here, because I want to make sure nothing else interferes as before, so yeah. Okay, now back to being a nightmare, which is very good around here. I have plenty of power. Oh, I think I know what happened. Yeah, I have plenty of power. It'll automatically do that. I think what happened is they might have spawned underneath. Wait, did they? Is there a... Oh, that's a tree that I did this on top of. That's not death. I got a wild horse that I managed to finally free from being stuck permanently down there. But do I have death? Not yet. Wondering why. Maybe there's a time differential? Or maybe it's because maybe it's because I got too far away. That would be very bizarre, because I've never really had that trouble before. I mean, I flew really far back whenever I fought some of those bosses from Arcana RPG. Arming myself just in case. Hello? Death? Death? Where'd you go, Death? Do I have to block update this thing? I might have to block update this thing. It's not something I normally... do I have another block I can use anyhow? Huh. That'd be kind of funny to try. I don't think I've ever tried block updating before using crafting tables. And I also don't know why, but I think I've been having issues with this thing for a while. It's one of the reasons why I hadn't actually been using it for a good period of time, is it didn't seem to be working. I also don't think it needs constant power input because it has a power reserve. So I am not sure what's going on here. I mean, there had been an update to the pack and to the mod pack, but I don't think that would affect how the block works. It could. Admittedly, it could, but I'm just not seeing how that connects. I mean, I know that some of the spawn controls are having issues. I'd rather not just spawn them in directly, because this is what this thing's supposed to do here for me. But I don't know a good way to get death otherwise. In fact, this thing was supposed to be kind of a last resort. Okay, so maybe it's more like second to last resort. Now, that's definitely a bad spot for him. Come up here. There you go. Stop injuring yourself. Whoa. Screen freaked out for a moment. Well, I thought that was death actually about to happen. I just don't... Uh-huh. It's supposed to be working. I'm just not sure what's going on with this thing. I don't think it's this area. I can, because it's not really using up materials, I can say to stop. I can try to pick it up and go elsewhere. See if it's better somewhere slightly else. I do mean slightly else, not majorly else, just slightly else. I don't need really else right now. This would be kind of appropriate. I don't quite like summoning mobs inside a crater. Okay, let's try this again. Emitting... Okay, it says it's emitting. Maybe there was an issue with the configs or something, where maybe they thought this thing was a bit too crazy and tried disabling it. So maybe I should see if there is something wrong with the config. So maybe I should be back after a while and see if I can figure out if they really screwed something up. Because unless they also corrected the original problem, there's no reason why they'd want to mess with the configs for that thing. Because that would definitely be bad. Because you need to have your ways of fighting some of the major bosses, and if there's no path to them, there's not much of a point. Otherwise, I might come back and, well, let's just say I'm owed some bosses. But for now, I'll be trying to see what's going on with that, so I'll be back. I'm back. I've got the deaths, and, yeah. That whole thing's still not working, so I owed myself a few. Something I don't have to do very often, but sometimes you just wind up with something that just won't let you get what you're really after, and you just need to force your way through. On the other hand, I'm wondering, can I cluster these guys up for a big one? Because I got some more wands that I can unleash here. Shadow Ultimate Void Projectile. That sounds pretty big, but I think going back with my old Void Wand before might help. Okay, so see if I can gather some of these guys below and then pop them a few. Okay, here we go. Oh, that poor wolf. Oh, wow, it almost knocked him up to me. That would have been bad. Again, I have no idea why the spawn machine is not working properly. Wow, he took big fall damage. I did not know death could take fall damage. Apparently he can. Does regen, though. He's death, he'll always be back. He also has a ton of health. He's death. It's not like he's going down so easy. This might be too slow. It's fun, but is it fast? No. I may have to spam shoot a good chunk of this. That got through a good chunk, but I need more. It's a good thing I have more than one. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm low on magic. That's a slight problem. Okay. Time to see if I can summon a beholder. I can, but that's not dealing too terribly much damage. I think they're resistant to magic attacks. Of course, they are witchery mobs. Okay, sorta resistant. Okay, let's see if I can go with my original plan and use this full set to smash some. Yeah, that's dealing humongous damage. Oh yeah, their Hand of Death ability. Need to get up. Need to get up. It just wasn't quite enough. I need something that can really blast them or something. Maybe if I just position myself just right, I can get them into a position where I can hit them and they can't hit me. I mean, that's classic anti-boss strats. Of course, right now, just having a little extra reach would be nice. Okay, it's partially working. But yeah, that attack they have is defense penetrating. It's one of the abilities Death has, and one of the reasons why you're after his stuff. Because you get all the abilities of Death, including his tremendous defense penetrating attack. Which apparently does not necessarily work on some mobs like Mobzilla, as I learned in Crazy Craft 3. Never mind the grass and all that being whacked, I just need to hit them. Of course, my next spirit's still here, even though he's going to be recharging for longer than this fight will hopefully last. Will any of them be down enough? And even flying over them, even though he does let you have that advantage, it's still bad, because for one thing he has some reach. And I think I'm close to his melee range whenever I'm doing this, so I have been hit a few times. The weirdest thing is it doesn't... Yeah, see whenever I suddenly lose health? It doesn't have any knockback to me, though. I'm taking like no momentum exchange. It just happens. It's like the weirdest way for it to work. But if you have all of Death's stuff, you become an avatar of Death yourself. If you're on multiplayer and somebody else tried performing the ritual to call Death, you'd be called in his place. That's actually something. You literally take over his job. You become Death. I have not got one down yet. Of course, they have a ton of HP. I think I've got some at least... darn look. I think I've got some at least close to halfway. Part of it is the knock-up. Whenever I kind of rebound them off the ground, then that gives them an opportunity to reach me. And I can't range them with too terribly much, because there's not much that deals enough damage. Okay, need to recharge. Where did I... Oh yeah, now I remember where I put my bow. I put my bow in here. Okay, so that's not working. Let's try this. Oh, a goat. I cannot allow a goat to be around here, because they will grab my items. And if I win anything... I can't hit them. They're like Endermen. They teleport away at the last possible moment unless you hit them just right. And I don't think I even can hit them at range just right. No. No matter what I do, it's not going to work. So, that is not a strategy. It's good to know what does and does not work. And meanwhile, my magic has recharged, so maybe I can unleash on one of them. How come only one's following me now? I'm not complaining. It's good. I'm just saying that I'm not sure if I've lost the rest of them somehow, because they did teleport a lot. Oh, I just sniped him that time. But, man, it costs a lot of magic. Can't keep up with that attack. In fact, it's hard to keep up with him. Teleports around a lot. But yeah, whenever I hit him really hard, he rebounds off the ground. So it's kind of like knock up, only it's knocked down so hard he goes up. I'm definitely attacking at the angle that would do that. Again, I'm not sure why I'm down to one death. I'm pretty sure I did not defeat any of them. Otherwise, they have way too much health for that to be the case. I want to try to limit my movement so that I don't walk towards enemies. If I walk towards another active set, I could have all sorts of things coming after me. I don't know where all the other deaths are. I might find them. They are bosses. Okay, I see multiple health bars, so I know that there's more than one still available. Did I hit him twice or not? I'm not entirely sure. I almost hit him in midair. I almost air comboed. So I don't think I hit him that other time, but it's hard to say. I know he's hitting me periodically. It's very good that this armor gives you regeneration whenever you get low enough. Because I think I've hit that critical point more than once. Do they teleport away when they get too low? Just stay that way? Are they smart enough to just take a break? Is that what's going on? Because I don't think any of my witchery circles can prevent a boss from teleporting outside the circle. They just seal them in the circle as long as they're using regular movement. I can't tell if there's any location they could have... I mean, they could be underground somehow. which case I'm definitely going to have too much issues doing this. And I'm going to have to, like, find an alternative way to hit them. Sorry, you are not in a good spot, Mr. Werewolf. Wow, that hit him like crazy. I don't think I've hit a werewolf that strong until just now. The extra types of damage on that thing really do help. Death. You're definitely wilier than the Grim Reaper from Minecraft Comes Alive. I could certainly say that. If only there was a way to stop him from regening. I don't think there's anything quite like that that I'm aware of completely. Whew. On the other hand, I haven't had to use all my heals as much. Oh, I did double hit him that time. Excellent. Although I think it cost me some health because of the way he counterattacks. And then he'll also teleport in midair sometimes, so I won't even be able to do it then. And of course, if he's this wily against these kind of attacks, I don't think I'm going to have much of a chance of doing some other things. Oh, this is why I really wanted to ensure that I didn't have... Seems to be only one at a time's actually attacking me. They're taking turns. Should have done this one-on-one. Gotcha. That was a good combo. Almost hit you in midair again. At least I'm pretty sure only one at a time's getting to deal with me. Maybe if I separate them out enough, they won't try using team tactics anymore. It's one thing to think that the Grim Reaper would actually be using team tactics with his own self. Well, I got him super low now. I know which one you are. You're that one. If I could just hit you. Oh, I got some of your stuff. How was that there after all this time? That doesn't seem technically possible. It's supposed to dissolve quick. I got the Hand of Death. Got skeleton skull, some bones. Other stuff I'm gonna have to shove in a bag or backpack. Oh, punch 2 enchantment book. Makes sense. Okay, are there any others of you? Because I know I can take out werewolves now in ways that work. I got the Hand of Death, which is exactly what replicates that effect, where it just cuts through armor. It's a terrible idea, might I add. Going down here looking for him. Literally looking for death. Wait. Did the no. Not all of them got away. There's definitely a death around here. Okay, let me isolate this. Okay, they're down below. Because they haven't gone up. They've definitely gone down. Could they be in the pool? Nah, they're not in the pool. Problem is, trying to navigate the cave system around here would be tricky, because I don't think I have a good entrance point. I know they're down somehow. And they're not despawning either. There's a slime randomly. I have no idea where he came from. He probably leapt up out of a cave somehow. That's a long distance. Well, logically, if a slime got out of a cave, then maybe there's a way to get in. Okay, Mr. Slime could... Oh, well, then again, this could be from an undead horse that was destroyed. Oh, yeah, there's that too. Almost forgot about that little... Yeah, that little consequence there. Well, there's more than one use for Mjolnir. I suppose I can always make a cave. Okay, Des, I'm gonna try to find you. Just gonna smash everything, and hopefully you'll show up. Oh, fossils. Now those I will just take. Thank you. Come again. Here, death. I'm after you. No, I've got a lot of resources around here, but I'm not too worried because I have unlimited mining. I keep getting clues to tell me where they're at, and it's not connecting. Oh, there he is. Okay, follow me out, Mr. Death. Come on. Out in the open. Yep. Really? Gonna do that way? Finally found you in this happened. Oh, okay, there you are. Now we can rumble. Okay. That's more like it. I drained the living tar out of my hammer, but I don't mind if I can get this done. I don't know how many of you there are, but since you're not despawning too terribly quickly, it's a good sign that I can actually defeat you all. Okay, double hit, good. Because if these guys were trying to take turns before with some sort of group tactic, I'm going to try to see if I can isolate a few. Wow, that was a pretty good number of hits in a row. He's already really far down. Yeah, though he has hit me at least a couple times. Also, his attacks can hunger you a bit. Or at least it does whenever you use it right. Though you have to use, like, all the regalia of death to do it. You know, it's like the scythe. And it also gains AoE at that time. I don't know if that's how he's actually fighting, if he's actually using an area attack that just hits me. Maybe that's how it's working. Maybe he's using the area attack, which I've never actually used myself before. Maybe... like, I've never really experimented with it. Maybe what it's really doing is it just plain does that affect everything without actually technically being considered a weapon attack hit? That's gotta be it. Almost air juggled, but not quite. Of course, it would help if my minion does not get in the way of my giant axe. Well, he's not really a minion, he's more like a companion, because that's what they call it in Ether 2. Okay, there you go. I know I ate 2 golden apples, but I can get more anytime I fight werewolves. It's actually how I got all of mine. That's right, stack worth of golden apples from fighting werewolves. I think it really does help having fortune, might I add. I mean, not fortune, but looting. It must have looting. You must have looting to really make it work really well, which I do have on my hammer. But now I know that these weapons can deal that much penetrating damage to them, I'm probably going to go for it elsewhere. Okay, I got the robes. Death robe. Yes. Let me put the regalia of death in their own little place here. Death robe. Actually, might want to swap that out to a different area of storage. Which I am having issues finding a good one. Yeah. Oh, lag spike. Well, at least you hit me at a moment where it wasn't too crazy. I really needed to, now that I'm looking at it, I really need to turn in some of this stuff for putting it into my gardening area in the meantime, but I forgot to do that. So sorry about that one. Could have went a lot smoother. Oh, I was just talking about looting and how it works well with this. And guess what book I got? I got looting. Okay. Are there any more deaths around? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. So we have lots of... I'm not sure if I'd call them survivors. Now, if only there was a way I could pull them to me. I mean, I think there is. Okay, this is going to be terribly unwise because it's going to drain my hammer tremendously. But, hello, are you down there in any kind of cave? This says this way-ish? Trying to read your enemy's location by pure... Okay, I cannot use my hammer anymore. It's drained. But trying to decipher your enemy's location by pure use of health bar is not easy. So a big guessing game. Also, I can actually get unlimited dirt due to how my factory works. Okay, so I need to find what way I went down before and see if I can find another one in the tunnels I've already made. Well, here's an indicator. He knows. I know from experience they can follow me out. Because once death starts tracking you, he won't let go. Okay, so here we are again. Whoop, missed. Clean a miss. Okay, it is working. It is working. After this, I'll have to see if I got any more. Otherwise, this might wind up becoming a two-part mega boss fight. Now, what would that be like? I don't think I've ever had to do that before. In fact, this lasted so long, my savior seal has replenished himself, and I can actually go into barrage mode. But with these guys teleporting around, I don't think it works that well. It only worked out whenever there was a lot of them in like a huge mass. I don't think they're going to give me that opportunity again. But they did give me an opportunity to hit them twice in a row. Savior Seal, you are just... I'm not sure if you're accident prone or if you just enjoy getting hit. But you honestly are always taking damage from just the most ridiculous methods. Getting in front of my attacks, wandering into lava, wandering into my Ender Lilies. Yeah, he does that a lot. Trust me. The Ender Lilies have seriously smacked him around. And just so many other hilariously stupid things. Like, seriously, Savior Seal. I love the fact that you could just guaranteedly save my life, but you are just the most masochistic ally I have ever had. Trust me. I really mean it. I have never seen any other allied unit that seems to like to take damage as much as you do. It's just not normal. Like, seriously, everything else is figured out how to avoid at least some degree of those kinds of damage. No. You just have no idea. And in the middle of a fight like this, where I know that you're gonna take stupid damage because you like taking damage, even in mid-combat, where I need you the most, wow, that was almost like a triple, then I know that this means that things are just gonna get complicated, because if you're gone, then during that exact time you can't resurrect me. See, there, you died again. How many times... Can anybody just get on-camera death count for Savior Seal? I'm dramatically curious now. Normally, I'm not worried about death counts of anyone or anything, but I'm honestly wondering how many times has he died on camera? Just triple that number, and you might get how many times he's died overall. I'm not even kidding. Triple the number. Because he has died so many times just whenever I've just been farming. And just farming resources off screen, and he dies. That was a good double. I have the daily double, although in this case it's more nightly. I'll take boss fights for $500. Darn, that is the worst timing. Making a reference, and my lips fail. I was gonna say, I'll take boss fights for $500, Alex. But then it just totally did not work. Okay, that I don't want to be too terribly close to. Des, can you come a little closer? I know that sounds unbelievably wrong and out of context. I will drain this magic for a few easy strikes to speed this up. This really is one of the best wands. It's a good thing I have all my magical upgrades to make it easier. But, ran out of power again. It happens. But he's so close. In fact, if I can just get in a couple of triples. Ooh, quadruple before he teleported. Did not expect that. It's totally welcome. Gotcha. Death's Hand again. Ah, that's not the one I needed. I was hoping it was going to be one of those things where once you've got the previous stuff, it remembers that. But no. Well, might as well take a break in between. Okay, I'll smash through these guys. Because compared... Oh yeah, it does have high knockback. So I have been knocking them right off the ground. I've been literally hitting him so hard downward that he's bounced up. So it is entirely what's been happening. Are those Arctic scorpions? Those are Arctic scorpions. Okay. They will be nowhere nearby whenever I do this. Okay, now I can again see. Oh, yep, that tells me I got more. I have more. I originally decided to go for 10 because that's how many that I would have got. Silk Touch, that's pretty sweet. But I don't know. The Regalia of Death, I got the hand again. I suppose I'll put an extra in here. Okay. This may be a two-parter. I'll be right back. Kind of.